fellow cycling fans everywhere. For this stage, which is in the form of a circuit, it's a safe bet that the sprinters will do their utmost to cross the line in front on their second visit to Precojo, the end of this flat stage. The riders have just set out and already there's an attack.
His teammates have already started the pursuit, no doubt aiming for a sprint finish. Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration. Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration. Okay, I'll protect him. His teammates are accelerating. He's no doubt asked them to reel in the counterattack to avoid too big a breakaway.
He's primarily a teammate rouleur, even if he's not too bad on a sprint. His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out.
The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down.
One and a half minutes for the breakaway. It might just work.
The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb.
The first climb of the day is classified as fourth category. There will be 1 point that goes towards the mountain standings.
Here's the positions over the last climb. Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer. He doesn't seem to want to let you have more of a lead, and his teammates are pushing hard. It's going to be a game of cat and mouse.
He's a puncher, at home on hilly terrain. He's an excellent puncher who also knows how to climb in the mountains. On the other hand, it's better for him that he finishes alone because his capabilities as a sprinter really are limited. He's a teammate without ambitions for the overall standings. The front of the race is going through Precojo. On the second trip, it will be the finishing line for the stage. The riders are now entering the feed zone. They will be able to pick up something to eat.
You are 2 kilometers from the top. Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration. Okay, I'll follow any attacks. Okay, I'm coming to protect you. The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
The final climb of the day will soon be upon us. After this final fourth category climb, there will be 20 kilometers to the finish. Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute. The peloton is 1 minute away.
He's got a flat. It might cost him dearly in the overall standings if he doesn't get help right now.
"30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
"10 kilometers. This will finish in a mass sprint. It's an opportunity to take points for the green jersey. Watch the demeanor of the other sprinters to know when to launch your sprint. If you start too soon, you will be unable to continue your effort to the line. If you start too late, you will not have time to work your way to the front. Just 5 more kilometers. Get ready to sprint. We need to score points for the green jersey.
Only 3 kilometers left. It's a bunched peloton that will fight it out for victory.
Collective fall. It may create gaps. Big crash in the peloton.
Bunched peloton.
Go. 1 kilometer. Give it all you've got.
He is all smiles as he climbs onto the podium. Applaud him. We can say he is inspired.
Well done, lads! Congratulations to you! We weren't even amongst the outsiders, can you imagine? Well done for this win! Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today there's a short time trial on the program. Unsurprisingly, an excellent rouleur should claim victory. Given our lead in the general classification, we're going to have...
The last rider to set off in this individual time trial is on the starting ramp. A few more seconds until he goes. Come on, let's give him a big hand.
Come on, it's a short time trial. You must hit the right tempo as soon as possible. Go, go! Stick to the tempo! Watch out, right-hand bend. After the left-hand bend, you will come to a rising false flat. Don't push it too hard. Flat out now. It's downhill almost to the finish. Save something for the last kilometer, which climbs. The next bend turns left. Go! 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 Only 1 kilometer left. It's a rising fall flat. Come on! It's almost over! Go! Right to the end!
Ladies and gentlemen, applaud him loudly. Here is... We can say he is in...
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio. Well done for this win. It's the final stage, guys. The profile is special, with one major difficulty that should decide between the climbers. The scenario looks to be simple, and everything should be settled on the final climb. We're in a good position to win the general classification, but we can still lose everything. Be on your guard. We can target victory. We're amongst the favourites. We've got to do what's expected of us. Have a good day, guys. Come on. We're aiming for victory.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We should witness a one-climb race today. The teams of the favourites should manage affairs up to the foot of the Montagne de Lure, from where the front-runners will fight it out to the stage win.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
The mountains don't scare him. He's already trying to escape. Tony Martin is one of the best rulers in the world. He has notably been world time trial champion on 4 occasions. His powerful style has earned him the nickname of Panzer. The first king of the mountain summit is classified as a category 3. There will be 2 points and 1 point to be scored at the top. The first rider in the intermediate sprint will earn 20 points towards the green jersey.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you. First riders have reached the intermediate sprint. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
The feed zone is in sight for the head of the race. Riders will be able to pick up some nourishment.
He's the best placed in the overall standings amongst those at the head of the race. Yes, there's not a lot going on.
The next difficulty is listed as a Category 4.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton. He goes to the top of the climber standings.
The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race. The next difficulty is also classified as third category. The first 2 to the top score 2 and 1 point towards the polka dot jersey. The advance of the lead group should be enough to carry it to the end.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you. Collective fall. It may create gaps.
Here we are at the foot of the Montagne de Lure, with a little more than 15 kilometers of climbing. The favourites for the general classification will have ample opportunity to gorge each other and attack to create gaps. The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey. The climb is ranked as first category. There will therefore be 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 and 1 point for the best climber jersey at the top of the Montagne de Lieu. The lead rider has 30 seconds on the favourites. He's attacking. Acceleration at the front of the peloton. No falling asleep.
You've got to react straight away, guys. He's taken provisional lead of the overall standings. Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy to attack. You're 30 seconds ahead of the favourites group. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer. You'll get his team to ride behind you, but it's worth a try. You're not doing your share of the work, and so the others no longer want to ride. Anyway, we're into the final kilometers. We can forget any ideas of cooperation.
There's an attack at the head of the peloton.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you. Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders.
5 kilometers for the lead riders.
Watch out! You're not going to be able to ride out of the saddle for much longer. You're ahead of the group with the favourites by 30 seconds.
At less than 3 kilometers from the finish, the man in front looks to be heading towards a prestigious victory.
Try to manage things so that you don't blow up before the line. got a 1-minute lead over the yellow jersey.
Less than 2 kilometers from the finish.
You're 1 minute 30 ahead of the group with the favorites. He'll get his team to ride behind you, but it's worth a try.
The front man will soon be under the red pennant. The gap isn't big, so he mustn't fade.
It is the red pennant. 1 more kilometer of effort. Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. You seem to be running on empty. Lift your foot if you don't want to. Blow up.
He succeeded in avoiding. He tops the stack. We can say that. We can say.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio. Well done for this win. Hi guys, welcome to the briefing for this first stage. Today is a tiring route, where the closing kilometers should suit the punchers. I'm counting on you to control breakaways and attacks, because we can blow things apart on the final climb and win the stage.
Hello everyone. The stage that is served up today reminds us of the great classics of cycling. The reason is that the finish is atop the renowned Mur de Huy, traditional decider of the Flèche Wallonne, with its sections of close to 20%. Certainly one of the toughest kilometers in cycling ever. He was itching to have a go. He's already on the attack.
This stage must be a part of his objectives, because his teammates are already managing the time gap.
He's a rider who can put in a long day's ride. He has no real strengths or weaknesses, except the mountains.
The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down. The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standings. We can let them go.
The gap is decreasing. The peloton has not given up. The front runners are 10 kilometers from the first intermediate sprint.
The breakaway is 5 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. His teammates are accelerating. They're no doubt readying the intermediate sprint. There's not much going on. Isn't there someone who wants to liven up the race with an attack?
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them. The stage's first climb is in sight for those at the front. A second category ascension where the first rider will score 1 point towards the mountain standings.
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end. He asked his guys to maintain the tempo. Watch him. He must feel able to win the stage.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Been dropped. The stage is too much for him. Okay, I'm coming to protect you. His team is riding for the overall standings. The front of the race will struggle to widen the gap. The gap is growing. Don't worry. They're not well placed in the overall standings.
Ten kilometers to the finish, and 2 more difficulties on the menu. The Mur Saint-Léonard and the Mur de Huy. The Mur Saint-Léonard. It's a little more than 1 kilometre with sections at around 14%. A first opportunity to whittle away a few riders before the Mur de Huy, the foot of which is less than 5 kilometres after the summit. Watch out, he's going on the attack. 30 seconds lead for the head of the race. He's moving on to the attack.
The breakaway will, no doubt, go all the way last. But watch out for attacks in the closing kilometers.
The riders will be able to take a short breather on the way down. However, they will have to stay well placed if they hope to win at the top of the Mur de Huy with its sections at nearly 20%. We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers.
Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
And they're off. The punchers will now be able to sort it out between themselves.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
This stage is his. He was the strongest. He topped.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio. Well done for this win. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today's route is hilly and a leg breaker. Perfect for attacking, which should suit the punchers. Give it...
Hello, everyone. Those thinking of victory in Sheffield, a city with a rich engineering heritage, will certainly need legs of steel. The furnaces will want to be well stoked when Hole Moss is reached and the climbing continues almost all the way to the line. 3,400 meters of vertical gain, concentrated for the most part in the final 30 kilometers. A true English-style Liège-Bastogne-Liège. Attack!
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
He is a pure ruler who relies on his power to tip the scales. Anyway, he doesn't have much choice given his qualities as a sprinter.
In front, he's the best placed in the overall standings.
The leaders will soon be in the thick of it and will start stringing together short climbs.
The breakaway shouldn't widen the gap too much because he's got his teammates to ride. King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group. Here's the positions over the last climb. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them. The next 2 climbs are fairly similar. Classified as 4th category, they are short and steep. taking points will require an explosive ride. No let up. The intermediate sprint is looming for those at the front. Are there any sprinters left to take the points? The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
He asked his guys to maintain the tempo. Watch him. He must feel able to win the stage. He's the new leader of the overall youth standings.
The feed zone is nearing for the men at the front.
He asked his guys to maintain the tempo. Watch him. He must feel able to win the stage. King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group. He's the new leader of the overall youth standings. He's got his team riding to set up a sprint finish. This is not the time to hang around at the back of the peloton. Okay, I'm coming to protect you. The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
The last climb is in sight. Will someone manage to land a killer blow? Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute.
You have 30 seconds on the peloton. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. You were first over the top of the climb. That's good. He's accelerating behind. Watch out! He's been dropped. The stage is too much for him.
Here we go, here we go, here we go!
He's accelerating behind. Watch out! He's asked his teammates to chase you down because you're dangerous for the overall standings. You're going to have to try and hold out. Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack. He's got his teammates riding because in front there's a rider who's dangerous to him in the overall standings.
"30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
10 kilometers from the finish for the leaders. It's going to be complicated.
Here's the steep path. If a rider manages to make it to the top on his own, he should win. Afterwards, it's downhill to the finish.
There's an attack. Watch out, guys. It's up to us to control the race.
He's moving on to the attack.
5 kilometers for the breakaway. It'll be tight for the stage victory. Collective fall. It may create gaps. Change of leader in the overall youth standings.
Counter-attack at the front of the peloton.
The breakaway is at the red pennant.
He's amongst the leading riders this year. Here's the yellow jersey of this stage.
Well done, guys. We're where we should be. We were aiming for a top 5 spot, and you did the job. I'm happy with that. It's the final stage, guys. Today, it's a stage with cobbled sectors. It could get edgy. Positioning on the approach to the sectors is of vital importance.
Hello, everyone. On this northern stage, a little over 15 kilometers of cobblestones were spread over 9 different sectors. These include those of Mont-en-Pével or Hélène to Wallers. Paris-Roubaix specialists know them well. However, past experience has shown us that race strategies differ greatly from spring to July. The riders have just set out and already there's an attack. He does well on short climbs, but he can't really rely on his sprint qualities to hope for a win. He's a pure climber, able to follow the very best when he's in shape.
Change of leader in the overall youth standings.
His qualities as a ruler are exceptional. You mustn't give a meter's lead, especially as he takes short climbs in his stride and has no interest in waiting for the sprint, given his lack of pace. The time gap between the peloton and the breakaway is decreasing.
He's the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway. At the front, he's the best placed for the green jersey.
Before getting down to the nitty-gritty, the riders will vie with each other for the intermediate sprint of the day during their passage through Roubaix.
He's the new leader of the overall youth standings. He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group.
The first sector to be crossed stretches from Gruson to the Carrefour de l'Arbre, meaning 1,100 meters of cobblestones. Positioning is key because the sector is very narrow. For those aiming at stage victory, there are 8 cobbled sectors left. For those with their eye on the overall standings, there are, above all, 8 sectors to be crossed without incident to avoid losing everything today.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. At the front, he's the best placed for the green jersey. He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
The penultimate sector is also the longest, 3,700 meters. The riders will still have to have something in reserve. He's after the points classification.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to keep up this pace for very long. You risk a blow-up.
Watch out for his punch. His accelerations and short climbs are violent. The race leaders are coming up to the last sector. There will only be 4.5 kilometers left when they exit. The race leaders will have to fight for supremacy in the final sprint. The key will be negotiating the left turn inside in the final kilometre to avoid taking the outside.
If you continue at this rate, you'll explode.
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage today. Finishing in the top 5, even though the stage didn't suit us, is extremely satisfying.